my name is Andris. This is Heavy Rain Sound Studio, and this is where Project 3 have recorded their first debut LP, Control. I got the project from James. I had to listen to the recordings, and I thought, what if we have a universal sound for each of the songs? So that's why I wanted to do a re-recording of the guitar. And I also had this idea of reamping it, and basically for reamping I used one of these double microphone techniques. So I used an Audix D2, which is a tom microphone, but it's brilliant on guitar. It's very warm and clean. And I used the good old SM57, and I placed it well, what was the cab we used? It was a 4x12 Marshall, yeah.
1960.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah, oh yeah, 1960A. Basically, easy technique, everybody knows it if you Google it. You put one microphone in the middle of the cone, put the other one on the side of the other cone, and basically you get a bright and the dark sound. Then I just blended it together on the way back. And we used two different heads. One was an orange, the other one was a very clean
Marshall Super Lead.
Yeah, Marshall Super Lead. So for the recordings, for the guitars, we've used this pedal, Silver Eclipse. The reason this is my go-to pedal is because this pedal can do anything from very clean to extremely distorted, and I think usually pedals cannot do that. They can do either bit of distorted and heavily distorted, or very too clean, but this can do anything. So we used this with the Marshall head and the orange head to create that very heavy over distorted sound.
That's a question I will ask you also. It's like with the Marshall Super Bass, Super Lead or whatever it's called, with the orange, it's like, did you use the Marshall for the mainly like Brain Bug, where it's like a very low F sound anyway, or did you then switch between?
No, I never switched. What I did was, so your guitars are always there with each. So I think left side is the Marshall, right side is the orange, and I've never changed that, because in some songs you're playing higher, some songs you're playing lower. It will always benefit from the other one. So for the lower ones, the Marshall seemed to be better for me, because it has the sizzly sound and very clean. But for like higher tune stuff, the orange was really good, because you know it was more crunchy a bit. So I just kept it that way, you know, because each of the songs are so different. You know, you're not in the same tuning all the time. Well, basically, I never EQ at that phase. So like I keep everything original. There was no low cut, you know, to get rid of that low end rumble, and then you could feel, you know, the buzz and everything everywhere. You could feel it with your feet. But I was like, yeah, we want that raw sound. I recorded the DI signal of the bass. I never used an amp with it. I didn't even use an amp simulator. What I did was I sent it through the ISA 432 to get that clarity, that nice and warm sound. Very soft compression on it. That has a VCA compressor, which is quite clean. What I did was I sent it into the distressor, and I put on the distortion 2 on it, which is the tube type warm sizzle. So it didn't overload it, or it was not very distorted, but you get that very sweet sounding fuzz. So the bass has that, and I think it benefited from it, especially like in Hater you got those slaps. That stuff, it just comes out more. I could see it's a little more dynamic. Also, I found in Brain Bug, because with Brain Bug, and for anyone who's bothered interesting, I actually tuned the bass guitar string up to F, so it was in E standard, so then I tuned up to F, so actually the guitar is lower timbrally than the bass, so you've got that conflict, which is what I just 100% stole from Meshuggah, because that's how they do it. The bass guitar is louder than the guitars, because they've got it's stronger tension on it. Because I know you said it, but I've never. To be fair, when I mix stuff, I don't really listen to that. So I just focused on that. It was quite challenging to work with Project 3 because we used A strings, and to be fair, when I recorded Tim, I was like very, very happy because his kick is tuned a bit higher than usual. So I'm like, okay, maybe the A string can go below the kick, and then it will be easy to sort. But Tim's kick was most active around 90 to 100 hertz, and you know, like F sharp is about 91 hertz. So like, you know, kick and guitar colliding. Yeah, it was quite challenging. I thought about many ways to overcome this, and at the same time James wanted it to be very beefy, and I think you wanted like a very beefy sound, don't you?
James wanted this really fat subby sound, and I was happy to oblige because it's F sharp on the bass. It is stupid low. Actually no, it wasn't even F sharp, it was F. We were a half step down, so we were like quite
so it was F?
It was F. Why have we tuned it wrong?
No, I thought it's F sharp.
No, F sharp's like the standard, and I tuned it even lower.
Jesus,
so
okay, so
I wanted to do drop E, but
thanks to Alex, it was a challenge.
I actually wanted to put it in drop E so I could get really low, but the amps couldn't handle it.
I think that's if F sharp is 91 hertz, then it's even more below.
Yeah.
But anyway, still didn't help because I thought Tim's kick's gonna help. Well, basically, you know, Tim wanted that very aggressive kick, and I think James wanted the aggressive kick. So we didn't go with the, I would say, usual habits today, because these days when you listen to music, they are all mixed like, I wouldn't say pop music fully, but when you listen to it, there's no punchiness in the kick anymore. All you hear is the big tick, 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 you know, the clicking all the time. And there's no low end, you know. I think that's what metal is about, you know. It's like raw, it's heavy. So I messaged James many times. I asked him many times. I took notes, and he said he really he likes this 90s vibe, you know. Like, think about around 2000 when Iowa came out from Slipknot, or think about Slayer, you know, all that. So even if I listen to the songs like Hater, like, you know, even the name says it. How aggressive is it? So